everyone, today I'll be reviewing this highly anticipated movie from Bradley Cooper, just dropped on Netflix, called Maestro. And this movie, it is starring and directed by Bradley Cooper, Carey Mulligan. And this movie, before even it came dropped to Netflix, I heard about this movie was getting praise from all the critics, although it is sitting quite high on Rotten Tomatoes score. And I think Bradley Cooper, he's hoping to win that Oscar. He really hoping to get one day. He's been nominated for 4th time, and when you see this movie, you're like, he tries so hard to win an Oscar. Unfortunately, overall, this movie, this kind of movie, when I'm making reviews, it's really difficult because end of the day, this movie, it isn't something you say, oh, you liked it, you didn't. Because this movie, it is very artfully made, so cinematography, especially the performance from Carey Mulligan in this movie, just absolutely amazing. She is so good in this movie. Her performance is really very captivating. Also Matt Bomer, I thought he's also good in this movie. However, Bradley Cooper in this movie. So I have seen recently Bradley Cooper movie Nightmare Alley. In that movie, Bradley Cooper, he tries really hard. He tries so hard. But I feel like he's always playing same type of character, like a borderline anti-hero type. In this movie, you see he's kind of this complicated person. And I don't know why he needed this huge nose. It's so distracting. Like, look at this real Leonard Bernstein, like why he needed this prosthetic nose. It was very distracting for me, because end of the day, no matter what, he's Bradley Cooper. You cannot forget his face. He's a big movie star. Although his movies doesn't do that good at the box office, but he has produced many hit movies like Joker. He's one of those faces. You cannot forget his beautiful face. This guy, he's too beautiful that he cannot. I personally think anything he does get overshadowed by his look. Yeah, this is one of those times, his looks overshadow his talent. Although he's really talented, but his direction in this movie is really very uneven. And this movie, what is trying to focus, it's really very frustrating, because end of the day, Leonard Bernstein, he is very legendary composer, but he died long time ago. A lot of people don't know him, especially he died in 1990. So and you are watching in 2023. A lot of people will be like, what is this movie even about? It is on Netflix, this huge platform. I didn't know who this guy was until I was looking for his, because end of the day, you don't have to know. You don't have to know before you watch any movie. Movie should tell you what you are watching. Unfortunately, this movie, I found it very uneven. But I could see some people will eat this movie up because of the way it was made. It tricks audience that it's very artistic and everything. End of the day, this movie, it is not very well told biography. People will be frustrated with this movie. And as a movie reviewer, I cannot just ignore it, because this is, although I did like many scenes in this movie, honestly, I did like it, especially Carey Mulligan. She's just absolutely amazing in this movie. The reason I'm saying all this good thing about this movie, because of her, I really liked her performance so good. So if she doesn't get Oscar nomination, I will be really sad for her, because she's so good. However, Bradley Cooper's performance, as I was saying, he has done this kind of role before. Recently, I have seen this kind of role. So I think he will get nomination. Will he win? I don't think so. I don't think he will win, unfortunately. Especially the direction for his own role. It was kind of like all over and his makeup is really distracting. Although I overall thought this movie, it's tried to do something different from the biography genre. But there is a reason why Bohemian Rhapsody was such a huge hit at the box office. Because still you need to tell a story that anybody can watch it and learn about this person you're telling the story about. A lot of people will be watching this movie. They will be like, what am I watching? This guy, I get it. I guess he's a... I guess in this movie he's a bisexual person, I get that, he's a closet also. But this movie starts with he's in this relationship, but Matt Bomer, and in the next scene we see he's getting cozy with a Carey Mulligan, and you're like, what? All this scene transition, and then next minute we see he just sitting with her So many scenes. It's so boring, some of the scene, and they're talking about what? What they're talking? I was so lost. Although I do acknowledge some of the scene was quite interesting because end of the day it is about him, his wife, his family, and kids. But scene to scene transition is really bad that you do not appreciate this movie. End of it, you were like, that was like I wish this movie started with how he became the person, like especially how Leonard Bernstein he was, how he became the composer. Then if they went into the relationship, it could have worked more, I guess, for me personally. I do like traditional biography. When this kind of stuff happen, I don't personally like. Right, but some people will like this movie because this movie it is getting a lot of praise. But unfortunately, this movie it is now on Netflix. A lot of people will see and they'll be like, yeah, this movie is overrated. Yeah, I could see some people are calling this that, and that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment. What do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't share my other reviews on other movie. If you enjoy this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.